Hey everybody, Vaughn here with the Vonster vlog, and welcome to day 197 of a year of yoga. I do not have a plan for today, but I'm grabbing some blocks and I'm grabbing my strap and I'm crawling onto my mat to see what happens. So thank you guys so much for joining me here again today. Hey my buddy, you're such a good boy. Oh, that's a big stretch. Z is my guru. He teach me your ways, Z dog. He says, well, first you go like this. Ooh. And then you get some pets. It sounds like pretty good, Z. Oh, I'm having a hard day. Like emotionally. I miss my dad a lot. Which you'd really think after, shoot, almost 20 years. That I'd be used to carrying around the grief, I suppose. But it's still there, the same as it's always been. But I just miss him. I miss my Cali cat. Oh, and I'm trying so hard to not borrow trouble from the future with these old boys. But I guess that's what the Buddhists are always talking about with all of their attachment leads to pain, pain leads to the dark side or something. I really need to brush up on my Buddhist philosophy. But just the fear of loss is overshadowing the joy of having now. And so I'm trying really hard to just enjoy and appreciate these flea bags. He says, Mom, I don't have fleas. I take medicine for that. So I'm grateful every single day that I've started this year of yoga practice because, y'all, I don't think I could have held my shit together. Like, I'm honestly, hey Z, I'm kind of surprised that I'm holding my shit together right now. I mean, I am talking to my dog. That's normal. That's normal, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Can we start doing yoga now? You gonna keep rubbing your face in my leg? Well, come over here. No, come over here. Come on. Come on. Come sit by me. We'll do some yoga. We're gonna start off in an easy pose today. Go on, sit down. If you're gonna do yoga with us, you gotta sit. There's rules. There's not actually any rules. He just doesn't know that. We're gonna start an easy pose today and start off by just pairing our breath with our awareness. Taking a nice deep breath, letting it swirl within us. If you've ever blown out a candle that's in a jar and put the lid on it, and the way that the smoke swirls in it, that's how I visualize whenever I breathe in. But instead of smoke, it's just pure clean air just swirling. And then exhale. Like a fresh breeze cutting through the house after a long, stuffy winter. This dog, though, y'all. He's my good friend. Inhale and let that breath swirl within you before you exhale. And find yourself on the shore of a river, just watching your thoughts float by. Your breath is the breeze in the trees. Hear and feel your breath as you inhale and exhale through your nose. You can even kind of make an intentional, almost hiss in the back of your throat as the breath cuts through and passes by. It's so close to being a hum, but it's not quite there. It almost reminds me of the way that when you listen to a seashell, In fact, that's a super cool practice. I'm going to grab, I've got this seashell over here on the shelf that's been sitting there long enough that I know it didn't have anything in it. You want to sniff it? Is that a good seashell? It doesn't smell like anything. If you have a seashell, go ahead and raise it up to your ear and see if you can hear anything. I want to do a piece of artwork that is, the thumbnail art that they'll use for like lo-fi chill out music, that kind of aesthetic of like somebody in their room with like headphones on listening to music. Like there's usually like a cat in the window or like a animated cup of tea steaming. I want to do a piece of artwork in that style, but it's a mermaid in a tub, like working on their laptop or something, wearing headphones that are seashells. So they're just listening to the ocean while they're working. And the traffic going by the house is just more waves on the shore. Breathe without counting, without judgment, just breathe. Set this over there because I'd hate to step on it. And let's go ahead and bring our feet together out of easy pose and into cobbler's pose. Just bring the soles of our feet together. And say hello to your toe beans. Say, hey, beans. And from here, let's roll our shoulders up and back. I'm holding on to my knees just to give my hands something to do. And I am really exaggerating. Bringing my shoulders up as far as they'll go, scrunching them against my neck even. Then bringing them back just as close, like I'm cracking a walnut between my shoulder blades. And then down, like I've got 50-pound weights pulling on my elbows. And then forward, like I'm trying to get my front shoulders to touch. Now, don't pull anything. I mean, honor your body and listen. But take that exaggeration and bring that to smoothing it out into a full shoulder circle. Let's change directions. And now let's alternate, making it a little belly dancey, bringing one shoulder up, forward, down, and back, up, forward, down, and back. Let's do that 3 more times on this side. Smooth it out for these last 2. There we go. Now let's do that same thing on the other side with a shoulder roll. 2, 3. You can break it down into back, up, forward, down. You can break it down into the 4 quadrants, or you can smooth it out. And now let's alternate. So we'll lift the right, drop the left, bring the right forward, pull the left back, and alternate. It actually works a little better if you just don't think about it and you just, I don't know, channel your inner Jessica Rabbit from Who Framed Roger Rabbit whenever she's up there singing, "Get out of here, give me your money too." She is just heat incarnate, you guys. Like, I love that character. She's just nothing but trouble. So yeah, just take some of those vibes with you into your shoulder rolls. Just change direction. Coming forward on the left, back on the right, and just trying to keep them opposite of each other. And you don't have to be real isolated. Like, we can get super just moving our shoulders, or we can get our rib cage and stuff into it too. It's all about stretching. Man, I haven't seen that movie in ages. We should watch Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That would be cool. Make some popcorn, drink some fizzy sodas, or some cocoa. I don't know. We'll see. Alrighty, let's open up our arms nice and wide. Inhale and exhale, bringing our palms together in front of us, almost as though someone is pulling on our fingertips, and really go into, this is almost a cat-cow variation. Inhaling, curving our spine. You can even hold on to your knees if you want. And really rounding, visualizing that we're making a C shape with our spine. Trying to have the curve happen as evenly through all of our vertebrae as possible. And come down, bringing our head and chest towards our feet, and then scoop, leading up with our head. And scoop. Coming back down. You can even grab onto your toes and really get yourself down and in there. And scoop. Just scooping through. And while we're down here, let's go ahead and hang out for a little bit. Let's go give the doggy some scratches. Give me that tummy, puppy. I need some tummy snuggles. And while we're down here, we can just kind of shift from one side to the other, just trying to get it nice and open through our hips. Get out of here. Give me some snuggles too. He's like, okay. Don't you sneeze on me. Okay. I know, right? I did sneeze on you earlier today. I'm sorry. You good? Hard work being a dog all day. Oh, really getting nice and deep into the hips. If you want, you can put a block under each of your elbows and put them into a little bit of a, like just bringing your hands together. It's helping me to kind of, that was the invitation, isn't it? Good boy. Such a good dog. And stretch a little further. Very good. Let's go ahead. Ow, buddy. We are going to come around onto our knees in thunderbolt position. Z. Inhaling our arms up overhead. Exhaling, turning, leading with our thumbs as they dive down to interlace our fingers behind our back. And we can start shifting our head from side to side, getting a really nice stretch in our neck. Let's inhale again, arms overhead. Exhale, bending forward into a tabletop. Let's place our hands just a little farther forward than where our shoulders are. Inhale, planting that back foot, and exhale up into plank. And we're going to shift forward and then come back on our toes. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now let's push up and through. into downward facing dog. Explore this position for a little bit. Maybe walk your knees out, pushing the ground away from us with our upper body. Inhaling, I'm coming up onto my back toes, and exhaling, letting my heels come towards the earth. Releasing the tension that I hoard in my face. Blah, 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 blah. There we go. Just kind of flop your cheeks. Just fully relax. Inhale. Exhale, coming through to plank. Inhale. Chaturanga down nice and slow. Inhale and exhale up to cobra. Inhaling, let's point our toes. They're lifted off the ground. Exhale, flex our feet and bring our heels towards our booty. Inhale back out. Exhale in. One more. There we go. And let's push through to a wide-kneed child's pose. Letting our knees go nice and wide. And we're just going to hold this for a while. So go ahead and shift around and make yourself comfortable in your upper body. And we're going to inhale and come out just a bit. And then exhale, resting back. I'm getting a really nice stretch through my hips, my lower back. And while we're here, we can actually do a little bit of a cat-cow just in our tailbone. So we'll turn our tailbone up towards the sky. On an inhale and exhale, scoop our tailbone under. And just move with our breath. Inhaling up. Exhaling, curving our spine, tilting that tailbone down. From here, I'm going to walk myself back up to my hands and knees, crawling towards the front edge of my mat. I'm going to practice that pose that is so challenging for me, which is going from crab to reverse tabletop. So I'm just shifting my feet around to where they're in front of me, placing my hands palm down on the mat with my fingers pointed towards the foot of my mat, as opposed to towards the head of my mat. And I'm placing my feet. Inhale and exhale. Ooh, my hamstrings. That's all right. That's why we do this. Inhale and oh, I could hold it a little longer that time. Oh, I'm laying to my hamstrings are not used to this. Inhale. Exhale. Ooh-wee. All right, I think that's all I got in me for that posture today. But let's show some love to our hamstrings. So I have my legs in this number 4 position. Right leg extended. And we could totally use our strap here. because we want to keep our back very straight so that it focuses the stretch on our hamstring. I actually really like doing this with a block under my foot as well. But pay attention to your knees. Make sure that they are not getting overextended. So I just have my strap. I'm wrapping my hands around my strap. Inhale, nice straight back. And leaning forward. If you can reach your foot, you can kind of inch your hands down the strap. And so if you're able to, you can just wrap your hands around your feet, but keep that integrity in your spine. And let's go ahead and bring our foot down off of the block. Yeah, I'm going to keep using the strap just because if you're in doubt about your spinal alignment, just ease out of it. Every time we inhale, let's come back up. Keep our spine nice and straight. Inhale and exhale down. Alrighty, let's change sides. So we extend our left foot, bring our right foot in. I'm going to do this one up on the block as well to start with, just to keep things even. Starting pretty far out on the strap. You can always scooch in, but you don't want to dive in too deep right from the get-go. Exhale. Maybe inch your fingers forward as you get a feel for it. Inhale. Exhale. Oh, hey, Sam Dog. How's it going, buddy? How you doing? Have a kiss? Oh, I love you. You're such a good kisser. He's a terrible kisser. Don't tell him, though. He tries, and that counts. Mostly just because he'll come in and he just licks my glasses lens. It's like he knows. He knows. Like, I know he knows. He has to know. Because he always has this look on his face afterward, like... Coming in nice and deep. Let's go ahead and come out of it. Move the block. And... Again, focusing on that hamstring. I have such a tendency to want to stretch my back in this pose, but our focus here should definitely be the hamstring. Though at this point, my back's so tight that I can't even feel anything going on in my hamstring anymore. So we're going to come back to a cobbler pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, turning to the right. Finding an ease of breath or making one if it's hard to find. And from here, let's lift up. Oof, and over, still holding on to our knee. A nice binding on the front, but also stretching through the back. And down and turn back to center. There we go. Inhale, arms up. And exhale around to the left. Inhale, left arm up and stretching. Inhale up and out of it and back around to front. There we go. Let's go ahead and cross our ankles, roll forward, and come up into a forward fold, walking our hands back to our feet. And now we can get that nice forward fold, releasing, holding on to our shoulder or elbows and just letting our head and shoulders hang. Inhaling up to a flat back, focusing on those hamstrings for a minute. Now let's put our feet just a little wider and come on down to a garland pose, a nice wide squat. And while we're here, let's grab our strap and I am going to unloop it so that I can hold it nice and wide. And we'll inhale up and over, bringing our arms behind us. This is a nice balance challenge. Balance and posture. If you're comfortable, inch your hands a little closer. Ooh, almost fell, so I'm just gonna come on up and out of it. Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. I feel a lot better after practicing. I appreciate y'all taking time out of your day to come be here with me. Hopefully getting some stretching in for yourself. Let me know how you're doing down in the comments, and I will see y'all tomorrow for another day of a year of yoga. So until then, you guys, keep on keeping on. Mwah. Bye.